Sup guys, in this video I will be talking about and making the arguments on whether if Silksong is a sequel or a prequel. This discussion has become quite popular in the Hollow Knight community, especially over the last couple of months. From what I've seen in the Hollow Knight Discord, it seems that the majority of people think Silksong is a sequel solely based on the description of the game, which says that it's a sequel to Hollow Knight. But I do think there is a lot of information on both sides to evaluate, including the endings of Hollow Knight and how it might play out before and after those endings. There are arguments made that when Silksong is described to be the sequel, it could just mean that it's the next game in the series and might not have to do anything with the canonical chronology. Now, before I go on, I will be talking about all the endings in Hollow Knight, so if you haven't finished, please be aware that there will be spoilers. The first ending in the game is called the Hollow Knight, and where the Hollow Knight dies and the Knight absorbs the infection to himself and is then sealed into the Black Egg. Hornet does not take place in this ending, and this also means that the state of hollowness is technically free from infection, as the Knight was the perfect vessel. Hornet then will likely be dragged out of hollowness by the cult for unknown reasons, and then the game Silksong will begin as a sequel. Now, obviously we can only speculate on why the cult takes Hornet, and it seems like that even if hollowness wasn't free from infection, Hornet will still likely be captured because she always provides some kind of uses to the cult, likely with her silk. The second ending is called Sealed Siblings, and where Hornet swoops in near the end of the Hollow Knight fight and is ignored by the Knight. This will cause about the same ending, but instead with Hornet sealed inside the Black Egg. Her head will appear on the door of the Black Egg, similar to the Dreamer mask, likely meaning that she is also a dreamer. Now, if this is the ending following Silksong, then it will probably be a prequel, as Hornet cannot be physically captured by the cult. I also doubt that the cult will be aware of her becoming a dreamer, as taking her out of the Black Egg is almost impossible. If she also isn't a dreamer and will instead die in the Black Egg, the chances of it being a sequel with this ending is 0, which I also doubt because evidence points that she will be a dreamer instead. The third ending is called Dream No More, and this is the true ending in Hollow Knight, as the Radiance is finally defeated by the Knight. Hornet is confirmed to be alive and fine, which means about the same outcome. She will be captured again and sent to Farloom like the first ending. Now, the fourth and fifth endings are definitely the most interesting ones. The Embrace the Void ending is where the Knight defeats Absolute Radiance, and the Godseeker turns into a powerful void entity. This void entity might attack all of Hollowness, destroying it for all we know. We then see Hornet face off an unknown figure, likely to be the Hollow Knight. Hornet either escapes or dies to the Hollow Knight. If she does escape, Hornet still has a chance of dying to the void entity. If Silksong is based off this ending, then it would likely be a prequel, as Hornet has a slim chance of even being alive. Now, there is an interesting theory I saw on Reddit that Hornet was dragged out of Hollowness to keep her safe from the void entity, which would then be a sequel. The theory also states that the reasoning of why Hornet is being chased by Steel Assassin Sharp is because the Masters of Steel Soul Jin is actually the void creature. Obviously this theory does have a lot of holes in it, but it is still pretty cool to think about it. The fifth ending is where again the Absolute Radiance is defeated, but instead the void entity vanishes with the Delicate Flower. This takes off one less option, as Hornet is still confronted by the Hollow Knight, which means she either dies or escapes but then gets captured. Those are the main endings in Hollow Knight, with most of them leading to the sequel and not the prequel. I still do think a prequel would be just as good as a sequel, as it might lead to more lore on the older state of Hollowness. It's also important to note that Team Cherry has said that Silksong will take into account all the endings, which I'm not sure on how that would work. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will catch y'all in a bit.